finisher is going to be the way that we end every show every week. We want to talk about one topic. We want to talk about one thing that is our outro. The last thing, we're going to leave you guys with the opportunity to comment in the comment section and give us what you think about the finisher and what you would have done. So, UCLA had a bunch of players led by a member of the Ball family who supposedly stole some sunglasses. And the reason why it was a big deal was the value of the sunglasses would have made it a felony crime in the United States. So it would have been a felony. You did it internationally while representing both your college and your country. What do you both think should be the punishment for these players when they get home and back to UCLA?
Definitely suspended for the season. That's a federal crime back home. With all the international, we're not getting political, but all, everything's shake, international wise, politically looking correct. This doesn't help the look of the United States of America. It just doesn't look good. And what are you doing stealing sunglasses when you're part of the Ball family and you have your big baller brand and you're making a lot more money than the guy?
I want to wait to find out. I don't know if he was in the store with them and somebody on the team
you're guilty of
grabbed him.
association.
100% guilty by association. But at the same time, if I walk into a store with you three and one of you guys steals a pair of Louis Vuittons and I was with you, right? We're all getting arrested for what you did, but I didn't know that you did what you did necessarily. So before I cast complete blame, I want to find out what happened. Sam, do you think they should have a season-long suspension? Do you think that they should have any suspension? Do you think they've already served time?
I wouldn't go too drastic on their season suspension. Again, you also have got to remember that these kids are in college. Again, we all make stupid mistakes once in a while. And I'm not trying to justify what they did. It's wrong, okay? Absolutely, I agree. And it was a stupid move, and it's okay. But not a season-long suspension. I think so. I think that at least they should have definitely a suspension. Definitely, the college do something to prevent something like this to happen again. And especially because they're going away, they're going in China, they're giving these guys the opportunity to play internationally, not something that a lot of guys can. So when you go out there, you got to be able to represent it. So I don't know, maybe a little bit of programs and training, a little bit more of education around what you're representing, who you are, and again, they got lucky over there in China because they don't mess around. So
yeah, they don't.
Honestly, it went they went the right way at the end, but the risk was a lot.
I think that's the bigger thing is that to have them be international playing for their school and to not have the wherewithal to think this is a crime internationally that we could get in trouble for and we could have issues and we can be detained, to think, hey, this is the right move, to me didn't show that they were thinking. They got too hyped up in the moment. But beyond that, I don't think that I would want to, if you said a kid stole something here in the U.S., right, how many games would he be suspended, right? I get that it's international.
To me, it's the value, though. It's the value of something.
Well,
if he stole a car...
If he stole an $1,100 pair of sunglasses on Rodeo Drive in California, right, you would have gotten arrested and you would have gotten suspended. I don't think you would have gotten a year-long suspension. And I don't think that they would have gotten, and I don't think they would have gotten their scholarships taken away. Because I'm hearing some people talking about their scholarships may be rescinded. They might get a whole season suspension. You also have to remember when you're thinking about stuff that these guys are trying to put on display their talents to ultimately make it to the NBA for some of them. And this is already going to impact them tremendously in terms of draft stock and who they are as people. Are they going to do the right thing when they go up? But they are kids, and I think it's a teaching moment. If it were me, I would suspend them for something in the ballpark of 10 games. I would have them do that. I also think I'd have them have to do some type of mandatory community service where they get out and they talk to kids and people who might have, maybe a kid got juvenile hall because they stole something. Go talk about their mistakes and the things that they have going on and their repercussions and get out in front of this to be advocates for doing the right thing.
Yep.
You have so many opportunities when you have a full scholarship to go to college that, especially at UCLA, that most people will not have. Don't do something like that for a luxury item. Right? I know we work with athletes and we have stuff where an athlete has stolen a loaf of bread before because they didn't have the money to buy food.
Mhm.
Right? I think there's a very stark contrast between stealing for necessity because of circumstances of your family and things, and how we would look at that, and you wanting to have an expensive pair of sunglasses.
Yep. For sure.
So, everybody, again, comment in the section, what do you think should happen to the players at UCLA? What do you think is justified? What do you think is not justified? And again, thank you guys so much for checking out our very first episode of the High Life Reel. We really appreciate it. And guys, awesome first episode.
Yeah, it's great. Thank you. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Take care, and we will see you guys next week on the High Life Reel.